Hello, guys. Monday lunch, Ronnie here, giving some inspiration again. Starting to become a tradition for me to come out here and do a Monday lunch inspiration on my Facebook page and my YouTube channel, where I'm today are going to share you the background and the philosophy about the concept called Ikigai. And I think it's a really exciting thing to get into, and something I think most people should actually start get into some parts of life, or do it every so often, to know that you are on your right path and that you are in your flow, because it's when you do your Ikigai thing that is gonna things are gonna make sense for you, basically. So let's start. So what I want to share is the picture, the frame of Ikigai, and what that really is. And if we talk about Ikigai, we are talking about the reason for being. And the reason for being is when we combine what we love to do with what the world needs, and what we can be paid for, and what we're good at. That's when we combine those four areas, that's when we get into our personal bullseye, our reason for being, our Ikigai. So ask yourself the question, what do you love to do? What is it that you love to do? What's your true place of happiness? If you could, like, if I tell you right now, what makes you jump out of bed in the morning? What is it that you do? So write down what you love to do. When we combine that with what the world needs, we are on a mission. So what can we see that the world needs? What are the needs for today? And this is like, we are right now in a massive shift, and in actually I would say a paradigm shifts when it comes to what the world needs, because things are changing so rapidly. So what the world needs has really changed so fast within the last few years, and I believe that we have seen nothing yet what's going to come. So think about, what does the world need that you can combine with what you love? The fourth area is, what can you be paid for? So the world needs it, yeah, but sometimes there is a need, but no one wants to pay for it. But what do you think you can get paid for that you actually love to do and the world needs? And if we combine that with the fourth and last area, and that's what you're good at, maybe it's something you're already good at, maybe it's something some skills you need to learn to be able to get to that position of your Ikigai. When you combine what you love to do with what you're good at, that's when you have your passion. When you combine what you love to do and what the world needs, that's your mission. When you combine what the world needs and what you can get paid for, well, that's a vocation. And what can we be paid for and what you're good at, that's your profession. You meet so many people, for example, that are in a profession where they're good at it, they get paid for it, but they don't necessarily think it's fun. They don't necessarily love to do it. And, you know, that's something that can get us feeling the feeling of emptiness. Maybe we get the feeling of boredom. Maybe we don't love to go to work. So you see, when you combine these four areas, and we see the critical four areas around it, when you are delight and feel of the feeling of fullness but no wealth, or excitement and complacency but a sense of uncertainty, or feeling comfortable but feeling of emptiness, or being satisfied but feeling of uselessness. But if we draw it all into that magical inner circle where we combine all four areas, that's when we find our Ikigai. And for you to get into your Ikigai, and for everyone to get into the Ikigai for you, it's it's about when you get there, it's to get in your flow. It's to get in what makes you feel good and you can get paid for, and you feeling fulfillment, you feel happiness, you're creating your income, and the feeling of feeling complete. And that now it can shift over time. So we might have to do some shifts in what we do in certain parts of life, and maybe we have to fine tune our businesses. Maybe for me, for example, who has been in the sports and health business for so many years, over the years, even though I have my same background, I have my same knowledge, my same skills, but maybe I have to use my skill sets in a little bit a different way today than I did 10 years ago. Maybe I have shifted what I love to do now compared to before. So it can shift over time. So I would recommend that you do your Ikigai, once a year, once every second year, but do it. And if you check where you are at your level of life right now, and you check your Ikigai, do you get into all four areas, and do you get into the bullseye, and you can see that that's where you're creating a future? That's why I have shifted the last year or so, where I have moved away from many of the other things I was doing before. I mean, I've been educating personal trainers, I've been educating nutritionists, strength and conditioning coaches. I've been doing a lot of speaking engagements, not the last year because of the COVID situation, of course, but also working with clients of helping people getting in better shape or creating better health balance and so forth. What I have a passion for shifted my focus, since I feel my happiness doing it, is helping healthpreneurs, people in the health business, become more successful working online. Since we see the need is growing, and there's so many health professionals that are passionate about what they do, but they feel stuck in the rat race of having to be physically on a certain place. And now when we haven't even been able to be physically on that spot, the business has been challenging for many people. So for my Ikigai, it has really been to doing some shifts around these four areas, where I'm now having the combination of doing something I love with working in the health and fitness area and being able to coach and speak. I'm doing something where I see a need for it. I'm doing something I see I can get paid for, and I'm doing something that I think I'm pretty good at. So all these four areas is combined into your Ikigai. And find your Ikigai. Spend some time, set aside 30 minutes, 60 minutes, so that you really can think through it and create your best answer, so that you are getting into your flow and living the life you want to live. Guys, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you get it. I hope you act on it. So until next week, have a fantastic week. Bye-bye.